So it is now midnight. Oh, my dog's going a bit nuts there. It is pitch black out here. No, well, it's not pitch black. We have street lights. But it's not very bright. I am going to take a photo right here, right now, and you will be absolutely stunned at how good this photo is. And look how dark it is, right? So I'm going to take the photo now. How is that even possible? So why is everybody going absolutely bonkers, absolutely crazy for this phone? And what phone am I talking about? I am indeed talking about the Huawei P20 Pro. Does it live up to the hype? I mean, content creators have been going crazy over this phone. There has been a love-in, and I've switched to this phone. I've been using it for best part of 3 weeks now. I've actually switched from the iPhone 10, so I will be comparing it to the iPhone 10, which I considered was the best phone of the last generation phones, or 2017 phones. I've been using iPhone for at least a year and a half now. Now this phone here has made me want to switch back to Android, and it's actually overridden all the reasons I actually bought an iPhone in the first place for, and that was mostly for Apple Care and the camera too. But Apple Care, if I buy an expensive phone, I need something like Apple Care. If I drop the phone, I can just go in and get the screen replaced, whatever. If I run it over, you can leave the phone on top of your roof of your car. It's been done before. And Apple Care is just the thing. But even though this thing here, I feel nervous using it, because if I break this screen, I'm pretty much screwed. I'll have to wait weeks to probably get it repaired. I'll have to send it in, and it's going to be very expensive because they don't have any insurance like Apple Care. So out with all that, I got seduced by people's reviews. Now, is it as good as everybody's going on about? You got to remember that Huawei, they were very smart. They actually paid for content creators to go there to France. They gave them phones, keepers, which is basically like a sponsorship when you think about it. They put them up in nice hotels. So it's not very surprising there was overwhelming positive reviews for this. And unfortunately, you can't get this in the US, but that's like welcome to Australia, because half the phones we have to import anyway. So, you can import these into the US. Now, there are some things about this I think you really need to know if you're thinking of purchasing this, and it may help you in your decision whether to purchase this or not. But first of all, I'd just like to say, wow, that twilight finish on the back. Everybody's been going nuts about it, and it is everything everyone says. Now, I will say the build quality is not quite as good as Apple. Like the stainless steel band, it doesn't have the high polish of the Apple iPhone X. I think it's a lower grade stainless steel as well, but it is still good build quality nonetheless. I mean, even if you look around the camera module compared to the iPhone 10, it's just a little bit off that kind of fit and finish that the iPhone has. So the build quality is certainly up there, but not quite as good as, say, Apple or Samsung. But in terms of finish, the finish on the back of this phone, it is better than the iPhone. No doubts about that. It is beautiful. Actually really thin. Compared to the iPhone 10, it's really thin. It's a much better device to hold in your hand. It feels lighter. It's got a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, and the battery life is insane. But considering it has a big battery like that, it is so thin. And of course, what everybody is going crazy about is the camera. Is the camera that much better? And I have to say, this phone makes me want to take photos. Not only that, it has the best camera system on a smartphone, without a doubt. Better than the Pixel, better than the iPhone, which I thought were the best too, because I've reviewed both of those. This is without a doubt, especially low light. The camera is insane. The zoom lens is awesome, 3 times zoom, and you can even do 5 times lossless zoom. Low light, nothing compares to this, like nothing. I'll just show you an example here. It even has black and white, and some people say, why do you want black and white? Here's why you want black and white. The grittiness, the atmosphere, the detail, the impact you have with black and white photos. I've always been a fan of black and white photos, and I'm not going to complain that it has a black and white sensor. It's awesome, and no other phone compares to this at the moment. Display, I even love the display. The display is really good. It's not as good as the iPhone outdoors. It probably isn't as good as the iPhone in general, which is one of the better displays, but it's very close, and 1080p is fine. It's called Full HD Plus or whatever, but it's fine. It is a gorgeous display. Things look a tad over sharpened on it. I don't know what they're doing there with the processing, but it is amazing. The battery life is the best on any flagship smartphone, without a doubt. There's only one phone I've used that has better battery life, and that's the Mi Max 2. But these, compared to the iPhone 10, much better battery life, like night and day difference. So what are the things I want you to know about in terms of should you buy this? The first thing is, I don't know if Samsung and Huawei are actually having a competition who could make the most rubbish skin and who could add the most amount of bloatware. But I tell you what, Huawei would have to be up with Samsung in this category. It is chock-a-block full of bloat, and I know why they're trying to do this. They're trying to lock you into their ecosystem, but I don't like the look of their UI. They make it like the iPhone by default. You can change it, of course. You can put a launcher, but that does my head in. Like, seriously, I hate having double up apps, and who knows if you're going to get the software updates. You know, I think they are going to update to Android P, but beyond that, I doubt you'll get any updates. So that is a concern for a flagship. But I have come used to using it, and it's very usable. It's very nice. The touchscreen sensitivity is not quite as good as, say, the iPhone. It doesn't feel as connected as the iPhone, but it is very good nonetheless. That's the only thing that annoys me about this, is the concern about the updates, the bloat, the UI. I don't like it. It's like the Samsung experience too. I don't like that. Other than that, go for it. You'll love this phone. It is the best phone. Without a doubt, at the moment, it is the best phone on the market, and I've pretty much used them all. This is the best, and I love it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and until next time, guys, tally ho.